It approaches, ever closer, ever nearer. Solstice is coming. Solstice is coming, yes. Yes, it is. Sir, we have to batten down the hatches. There's rough waters ahead. Don't worry. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. With my faithful task manager enabled, we are back. Well, this is Simeon again. Yes, this is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com, and wow, what a start! What a start to this adventure that we're having today. Okay, so I think that we're going to be good, and I apologize for you never know what's going to happen. This has been an interesting, it's been interesting, let's just say that. There's really no way to describe this, well, again, this is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com, and buckle in because we are absolutely going on an unusual journey today. And when I first started seeing the teasers and things for Solstice, it was like I didn't quite know what to expect because it was a little out there. It was a little dark. It was a little unexplainable in a way, and so it was like when it came out. I've had it for about a week or so, and I'm just absolutely. Still discovering. And so what I want to do, let's just do this. I'm going to pull up, I was playing the gut circle earlier, and the gut circle are these beautiful acoustic, are you ready to go on a trip with me? On an amazing adventure. We're going to a land that I've never seen. Some people call it solstice. It's where winter turns into spring, and spring turns into summertime, and then again we go to fall and winter. They call it solstice. Now that was just ad-lib. That's just ad-libbing, and that is what this library, I think, is about. It's about storytelling, it's about traditions, and it's about strange, historic, and unknown lands and journeys that we can take with these libraries. It's solstice, yeah, that's what it is. That's what I like. That's what kind of captured me looking at this library. And let's just kind of, let's see, where are we? There we are. Okay, so when we look at what this library is, they call it cinematic folk noir. But what I like to take from it are these celebration of, and they've used this phrase over and over again in the marketing and the walkthrough, unnotated traditions. And what that speaks to me is that these traditions are passed from one generation to another. And they're not written down with sheet music, with pen on paper. They are passed from son to son, mother to daughter, father to daughter, mother to son. And so you just can see a lot of richness in these libraries. And there is not a lack of walkthroughs and videos, but what I want to do is just sort of put my spin on it. And as I've looked at this, I've looked at my own. Oh, that's kind of scary. I looked at my own history, and I did a 23andMe a few years ago at Christmas. My wife and I did that. My wife is adopted, and so we were curious about the background, and I was curious too. And what I found out that I have a lot of British and Scottish and Irish, British and Irish. I've got some Scandinavian, German, and I've got a little Nigerian down, so there's a lot of things that go on. And when I looked at that in context of Solstice, it brought me back to my dad. And my dad is from Western Kentucky, in the mountains, in the hills. And then he's brought the Irish traditions, loving the bluegrass. I think the bluegrass music with the acoustic guitars and the dulcimers, it actually has to come from those early roots in Ireland and in Britain. And it brings those traditions down to me right now today. And when you look at that, that the bluegrass music was influenced, I would guarantee it was influenced by the Celtic and the Scottish and all of those wonderful, rich acoustic things going on over there. And we carry them today. So that's what I believe it means by unnotated traditions. It's those traditions that it's infused in the musical DNA of our histories, and to have it here that we can play with some of these is beautiful. So let's get to it. So right now I've got the gut circle, and this is like some really wonderful acoustic techniques. Yeah, I'm thinking German, Dutch. We're just a mixture of all of our experiences, our families. Yeah, and then the dynamics on this is really good. And you can play it and you can just dig out all of those really nice, rich things. And then what we'll do, this is just a plucked group, and then we can go to the tremolos. And the thing that they captured was just not trying to get perfected samples. They wanted to maintain a lot of the life in it, so everything is kind of, maybe not played in time perfectly, and just these really cool random tremolos. And one thing Christian had mentioned, that no two samples he wanted to be alike. They wanted to have that alive feel to it. And you just hear the rhythmic things going on, just holding the chords down and just kind of playing. And the air, that's, yeah. And we do have a little bit of reverb there because one of the other features of this library is it was recorded at Castle Sound. And you hear how nice and dry that is. Yeah, let's go back to the plucked, and you can just listen to the very nice and dry. And that just brings it closer to you. A little more intimate. Yeah, it's just lovely. So it's just like falling down a rabbit hole. So you've got the tremolo slow, and then you've got the fast tremolos. Yeah, music and instruments are very emotional, and they all have like a DNA to them. So this is some scattered. Yeah, now listen to that. Just some really kind of improvised techniques here. And each one is kind of mapped a little differently. Let me pop the keyboard down. Yeah, so you can kind of see the keyboard ranges here. Yeah, so you've got all of these nice scattered chord progressions and things. Really cool and atmospheric. Yeah, so that's the gut circle. And one of the cool things that they have these where you have main techniques and you have motors. And we're going to go through, we're going to try to go through as much as we can. And this is just kind of warming us up. But you've got really cool. And I usually have my tempo at 120. You just hear that life into these guitars. Mandolins and I can hear the mountains and yeah, so this is just the regulars, and then at 90 beats per minute. So they recorded their performances at 90 beats per minute, and then at 110. So you don't hear a lot of the time. But you know what? I'm not bothered by. You might hear a little time stretching artifacts playing a 90 at 120, but it's not that bad. And then you've got triplet variations of that. Yeah, so they're playing triplets. Same thing here. You've got 90 beats and 110 beats per minute. Then you've got. I'm just loving that. Yeah, and you kind of hear it just kind of bending up a little bit. Yeah, it's just getting these really cool inspirational things. So you've got some strums in A. And you can transpose those into different keys, but you got. And then the way they recorded these is just beautiful. And again, it's just like got a nice dry sound. So you've got the strums just like 2, 3, 4, and then you got the 16th notes. Yeah, listen to that. It's really an interesting. You've got different variations of these strums and all captured with all of this. You've got the key of D. Yeah, just some very beautiful textures here. Well, so that's the gut circle. And let me just go back and just drop that main technique back down again and just get one more listen. Yeah, I mean, you can start. You can just lay down something and then just start building from there. Okay, now let's, so for what I've done, I've went ahead and I've loaded like 8 or 9 instances of Kontakt with each of these different things going on here. So let's just see, let's just hear what the Mystics. Now they've grouped them into different categories, and we've got, let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's see. There we go. Let's just see the different categories that we have. So you've got the the Solstice Orchestra, and it has these 10 ensembles, and and then again you've just got all of these crazy things. Yeah, brass and woodwinds and harps, Celtic harps, electric guitars. So let's just take a listen to the Mystics and just discover together. You know, I'm discovering along with you, and that's what makes this a lot of fun. Like pipes and flutes. Let's see. Let me get a little bit of juice here. Okay, let's go to the legato. Here we go. Yeah, you can hear just the nice breathiness. And I always find sometimes I run out of notes. One thing that they've done is giving you, so this is just like the easy mix view. And so what you have as well, you have the mix, which is Jake Jackson's mix, and you have the close mic. So let me just turn on the close mic on this particular. And let's turn the reverb. Okay, yeah, let's turn the reverb down a little bit, just so you can hear the natural sound of this. And you hear how, again, how nice and dry that room is, because it just brings it right close to you like that. I actually use this this particular sound in an arrangement that I was just working on this past week, and it just fit perfect. So that was the legato and the close mic, and let's just go back to the legato and turn on the other mic. See, so this is the close mic, and we got the reverb off just to make sure, and then the outriggers. Yes, this is live. So the outriggers give you a little different perspective, and then you've got the room microphone. Wow. And even with the room mic, you notice that even with the room mic on, it still sounds nice and tight and close, which is really cool. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Jake's mix, and we'll turn off those other mic positions, because I think Jake does a fantastic job with what he has done with these libraries. It is it's interesting. See, you can, yeah, Cyber. You can go different places, yeah. Or Braveheart, you know. Okay, let's look at a couple of other of these techniques. So this is the Mystics Long. That's really nice. And then you've got, okay, so they've put combinations of instruments together, different wind instruments together. I love it. I love it. Hey, PSAC, peace out. Good to see you from Canada. And, I have heard Daniela about Toman, and that's the thing. It is like, I think we just take for granted what we have in these libraries is that, just sitting here looking at a screen and looking at this interface, and when you look deep down into what we're seeing here, I think Christian mentioned that this has been over a 2-year process, and not just the 2-year process in normal situations, but in this crazy situation our whole world has been thrust into, and to bring something this interesting and unique, really, is very commendable to the Spitfire team and to everybody that put this together. So that was the Mystics. We're kind of building up to some things. This is kind of some of the other elements in the Solstice Orchestra. So but I just want to make sure that we just can appreciate these libraries. I mean, the work and the time and the effort that just countless people go through to bring these to us. I think we get spoiled sometimes because we just pull it up and we're pulling up the result of 2 years and so much work. I mean, I can't imagine all that they've gone through. But while we're here, if it's your first time here, I just thank you guys for all the support, and just go ahead and subscribe and hit the like. You guys have been so very kind and to support the channel, and Spitfire has been very supportive in providing the library Solstice for me to review and to share with all of you guys. I'm just so grateful that I have this opportunity, and I do not take it for granted. So here we go with the callers, and the callers are brass, like. And again, I'm going to turn that reverb down because I want you to hear exactly what's going on with these sounds. You can just hear them oh, wow. And when I turn the reverb off just then, if you're wearing headphones, it just feels like it goes right there. It's just like it's right inside your head almost. Wow. Very cool. So let's see here. This is the longs. And let me see, I've got my expression pedal going here. Let me kind of scoot this a little bit closer. Sometimes, pedals are so crazy to get away from you. Now we have to have a little bit of reverb. Just a little bit. Daniela, thank you for that. And yes, I'll go check that out for sure. Now, okay, so here we are again. So every every library, it just takes you into a different headspace, it portals you. It takes you, these libraries are these portals. I say this all the time, but I don't get tired of saying it because it's absolutely true. They open doorways that we go through to, it just transports us right there in these moments. And make sure you're using those dynamic controllers. You hear that? Very, very nice, very rich. Okay, so. Hearing that the brass with the reeds just kind of just adds another texture. Yeah, so you don't know. So we're getting a little out there, but very cool. So we've got some flutter tongues. Little flutter tongue going on there. And we're going to get into some more crazy stuff here. Overblown. So you can key switch these or just, yeah. That's another aspect of this library, is that you have to hold, you just don't play these notes fast. I just have to remember there's a lot going on there. When you're holding the notes, they evolve and grow, doing all kinds of crazy stuff like that. Okay, spoken now. They're kind of like, blowing, but kind of talking at the same. Yeah. So you get into those very crazy. Wow. That's really cool. That's amazing. Wow. Daniela, thank you. That sounds incredible. Okay, so these are scattered tremolos. Okay. So it sounds a little chaotic, but there's order to it as well. Hello, Neiman. It's good to see you. Welcome. Yeah. Well, Secret, I am not going in the direction. I go the road less traveled a little bit. I guess I did. And then again, I'm just hearing a lot of these for the first time. And so they're taking you somewhere. They're painting their own picture. And then you hold that down. Wow. Clarinet, a little clarinet. Yeah. That's the thing. That's the other thing that they put in here. So you've got some gliss up, so we can let's see. Let me see where these. So my nano key, it's out of frame here, But let's see here. They've got these kind of mapped standard. If I go down, I've got to click way down. Yeah, there we go. So now, now key switches are just very important. Especially if you're playing a part in live, you can just go in and just really kind of find these, the minor glisses. Yeah, so I love learning more about the key switches. Yeah, it's untelling what the crazy things that we can do with these. So this is the callers, and here again, no, we don't want to do that. Let's go up to the callers. Okay, it's brass and winds, and then we have some effects. And thanks, guys, for hanging in there with me. And so this is the effects. Yeah, rips. So you've got rips and falls. And so you can incorporate. So gliss up slow. Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Just some air, just blowing air through there, and you can, okay, wow. Let me find out where the key range is on this. Okay. Just whispering through there. Yeah, just some really interesting effects here. Oh, just random chatter. Very cool. And key clicks, you know. So all of those little things just add up, just create the experience. Now, the callers have the Evos. Now, the Evos are these really wonderful, just long, I guess they would call them evolutions. Here we go. So you just hold. The longer you hold it, the more it just kind of grows and evolves. Yeah, it just goes. Let's start down low. And let's add one up here. So the longer you hold it, the more crazy it gets. And they've got, okay, so this is called Sorrow and then Divided. So each one, it just grows, and then it before it goes right back to the loop point. So this is turbulent. It's crazy. Cacophony. So it kind of lets you settle into the pitch, and then it just kind of goes in its own direction. And really random, fun things. Meandering. And since each Evo is not the same, they're all different. When you're playing a couple together, they have a really weird way of interacting together. Well, you know what? Let's You know what, Frank? You never know what might happen during today. I mean, so this is shaken. And it's good to see you, Frank. It's just so much. You know, Albion is just like, when you go into an Albion, it's just like you were actually stepping foot into a different planet. Okay, now this one's kind of fun. This is the generators. Now the generators are electric guitars and different things, and it's just crazy. Okay, yeah. So just different electric guitar techniques. And then tremolo, slow. So you have the organic and in these woodwinds, and then you've got these crazy electric things going. Yeah. Fast tremolos, and then like bowing, like E-bows. The thing for me is that you got to hold that key down. Nice harmonics there. Kind of staccato and spiccato. I guess it's palm muted there. And wave. So some really beautiful textures. And then what's fun with me is okay, so that's the collars. We want to go to the generators. And it's let's go to the motors. Now the motors are fun. When I first pulled this up, man, I guess, you know, when I first hit that note, and let me see something here. I want to change this tempo a little bit. I'm going to go to 130. Okay. Now that's not in the pocket where I think it. Let's go 125. Now this just hitting that note. If I come home, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. Yeah, I mean, the first time I hit that note, it was like, that was what sparked in my mind. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man. I gotta sing it down the octave. 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. La da da da, la da da da. La da 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 da. Yeah, see, that's just what came to me, and it just triggers things, and then you can just hold that. But it's just got that character about it, just that really nice grit and warmth. Yeah, and then again, you've got it at 110. Yeah, and the 16ths. And triplets. Yeah. And it's like, are we even in the same library? That's what I'm talking about. They give you such variety. And they give them to you at the different. Wow. Yeah. So I just can hear so much in there. And let's just take a quick gander at the Evos. And and again, Simeon, hold the keys down and let it do its thing. I will run, tears of the desert. Yeah. Through the garden, wanting to be with you. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. My apologies to. Yeah. See, this is not the library that you thought it was, and that's what's surprising me. And you just it's just like it's like opening this this black box, and you open it up, and it just like it contains a universe. There's like a universe contained inside of it, and you just keep going deeper and deeper, which is incredible. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. One thing. Let's look at this now before we get into some of the really main features of this. This is the nursery. Now, see, these are just like parts of this the Solstice Orchestra, and these are bells and chimes, and just listen to this. Sorry, Montazonia. My falsetto isn't like what it used to be. But listen to how nice those bells are. Now, sometimes when I'm muting the microphone, it sends a weird MIDI thing, so that might be why you might hear a little. Yeah. Just beautiful bells and chimes, and now these are the staccato. I think I think that the again, one of the cool things that they did with this library is they did not record it in Air or their traditional Spitfire. They didn't record it at Air or Spitfire. They recorded it, and recording it at Castle Sound just brings so much to this library that it's not in any other. Oh man, you know, guys, I was really pushing it. I was pushing it. So Daniela, I like the idea, but I haven't checked it out yet. I like the idea of it, but I will check it out. There's so much that goes on, and it's hard to keep up sometimes. Well, Otho, thank you for subscribing. That's great. Yeah, so you can get lost in that. I can get lost down these rabbit holes very quickly. So let's go to the bowed. Now these are bowed chimes and bells. Almost like an organ. Wow. Just very beautiful harmonics going, and tremolos. Now, you hear it's kind of a little random because the people are playing these at different times, and that's what gives you this very organic and very alive sound. Really nice. Okay, and then bowed tremolo. Yeah. Yeah. And the chatter. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Very cool. You know, this is, I mean, the thing is, it's different. This is different. Okay, no, what I want to do, I love them. I love these nursery things. So let me see. So we go back to the nursery, and what they do, they give you the main techniques, and they give you the motors, which are these different, really cool patterns and things. And the reason they're performances, they're not sequenced, and that's why you get this life, this liveliness. You get just liveliness, and so they give you these 90 and 110 triplets usually, and 16ths. You've got so much going on. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the elders. And I'm going to leave the cassette orchestra near the end. That is just a monster. But the elders are this beautiful string. They've got an octet and a sextet, so they've got 8. Yeah, Christmas in July. But so they've got the octet, which is 8 players, and then the sextet, which is 6. Well, okay. So this is the legatos. One thing with the SL88, if I just play soft, that's what triggers that portamento. What they do, they've given you these different. Let's just take a look. So with the elders, we have the classic octet, and then they have a solo bass. And so we'll just, I'm just going to check out. We'll check out this octet, and then we'll just kind of check. We'll check a look. We'll check it out. And then the longs. That's really nice. And while I'm here, the consordinos. I love consordinos. Listen to that icy. Very nice. Hey Bjorn, nice to see you. I have got a soft spot for consordinos. Now the circular articulation is really cool. So they go in and out of flautando. Just so nice. Oh. Just some different trills here. You know, just for those really wild things, I think it's got some really cool staccato consordinos. That's pretty cool. I've not seen that before yet. It's just got that glassiness about it that I like. And of course, you've got the marcato. Okay. One of the things that they did with this, again, we're going to go to the, we're going to turn the reverb off and go to these close mics because they use these clip-on mics for the violins, for the strings, for all the strings, to give you just this really tight, close sound. And it's just, it's almost like you're right inside this thing. So let's, they just got the mic as close to the strings as they could get it. You know, the trills are baked in. Yeah, the trills are baked in. It's not MIDI, it's a performance, and that's what makes it sound so nice. Okay, so Daniela, it sounds like you're having trouble with audio. So raise your hands if audio was good or if you're having difficulty. I just want to make sure everything's going good for everybody. I'm so sorry. At least it looks like we've got some things going on. Stream health here is looking good. Just let me know out there, just a brief show of hands, because we want to make sure everybody's having a good experience here. Now this is the sextet. So this is a little bit smaller section. And let me make sure that's what we've got. Yes, there's so many things to keep track of. You know, okay, thank you. That's my, okay. Now this is the sextet. Okay. So that nice smaller section here. So this is, okay, now this is really interesting. So they've got two types of flautandos. So this is a cold flautando. Now we're going to get to some good stuff. Well, all of it's been really good to me so far. I've enjoyed this. It's always an exploration. We're hearing an echo. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I've got, because I'm monitoring it here. Because sometimes I've got the iPad here where I'm monitoring, and sometimes the audio will roll back into the mic, but that's not the case. But Danielle, I hope things are good. So this is the warm flautando. So that was the cold. Oh yeah. Okay, I've got to do this. I'm just going to do something freehand and just put something together. This has been in my heart to do, especially looking at this library. I'm just going to see if I can, I'm just going to kind of do this freehand. I'm going to start, okay, so let's just see how we can do this. Okay, yeah, so I've got my chat here, but I'm just going to try something here. I want us to be able to experience this. I want to just share. Okay, so I'm going to start with the gut circle. And I'm going to do this without a click, and let's just see what we can come up with here. That song just been really going into my, it's been really going on. Okay, so let's put a little bit of the nursery in here, just for some color. Here we go. Okay, let me just stop real quick because I had the motors on. I want to go to the nursery and let's. Yeah, this is live. This is not. Didn't really plan on doing this, but let's just. Okay, here we go. This is the nursery, and the technique's long, and let's try this again. Yeah, you hear it kind of coming together. And I want to see some of the chats just to make sure. Okay, now let me pull up, okay, the callers. Okay, let's see. Okay, what I want to do, so the generators, let me change the generators into the, to that nice, using the elders, that solo bass here. So this is the solo bass from the elders. And how nice and rich that is. Okay, let's record this. This is the bass, the solo bass from the elders. Nice and rich that is. Okay. And let's see. Okay, I'm going to use the pipes, the mystics, for the lead. And let's just play the lead, and then I'm going to fill it in with some strings. You don't want to stop when you're kind of in some of these moments here. So now, let's pull up the elders, and I want to see, okay, this is the long, and this is the sextet. So it's going to be a nice, soft, let's use the warm flautando on this. And it's really interesting how you build these layers up. Okay, what I want to do, let's just, let's see if we can do a little mix here. Let's see. So I've got the elders. I wasn't hearing them come up as... Okay, let's try it one more time. I turned down the lead pipe a little bit. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. So, so you see, let's see what popped up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So every once in a while, my USB drives fall asleep and they come back on me. Just gorgeous. I love what they've done with the flautandos, and yeah. Okay. So, okay, great. Thank you so much, man. It's just amazing. I love it. Oh man, wonderful. So, Daniela, you're back. You know what? I'm not sure. Because when you're doing these things on the fly, of course, we're doing this live, and there's lots of stuff going on. Um, you know, let's see. There's all kinds of things piled up in here, and one of the things, I am a fan of music. I'm a fan of music and this production things, and I have to be careful because I don't want to ever give anyone the impression that I'm just always glowingly talking about everything. What I'm experiencing is just the joy of these libraries, and if you hear something that resonates with you, that's what my job, not my job, but my joy. That's what my joy is to just present these to you, let you hear them from my perspective, and hopefully it gives you some more ideas. This is not necessarily a marketing video for sure, because there's plenty of those. There are plenty of those out there. There's no lack of those, and I'm grateful that I can have the opportunity to do this, because I just want it to be something that we can just enjoy together without having that layer of just feeling like we're just trying to sell something all the time. That's not where we are here. It's just want to enjoy being together with music and these libraries, because they're fascinating. They're fascinating to me, for sure. Yeah, this is just that sextet, and we can just do that same thing. I think that the way that they recorded the strings is because, again, it's in a different space. It's in a different space, different musicians, and they all bring something fresh and new to them, to everything. It's just wonderful. Okay, now because we could just really spend most of the time. Citizen World, greetings, good to see you. We could spend a lot of time just with the elders, because you've got 10 different things going on with the Solstice Orchestra, and it's just incredible to me. And now we go down into what I think is Christian's. Really, his DNA is in this cassette tape orchestra, because it's a collection of over 700 different patches, sound sources, and it's 700 sound sources. And if you have seen, let's just see what we've got. So if you can see his setup, if you've ever watched, and I would really encourage you to watch some of Christian's videos that he has on his channel, because if you had been following his channel for some time, you'll notice that some of this material was kind of like inside, kind of hiding in plain sight, so to speak. But taking these sound sources and running them through these racks that he's had is just incredible. And you can see that he had a mammoth synthesizer just recently behind him. Man, let me just take a cheers. And just processing everything through this crazy thing. It's great. Oh. Yeah, it's interesting. So let's go into the cassette orchestra, and kind of look at some of these, listen. And again, I say look, and like I see with my ears, and that's what I mean. So you go into these, and you know, the thing is, I guess that that they have different components, like the Edna engine, eDNA. I call it the Edna engine, because it reminds me of my precious mother-in-law, who is no longer with us, but she is, excuse me, she is just, she was just such a wonderful inspiration, and it kind of helps me to kind of feel close to her when I see that eDNA, that Edna there. And it's just really cool. So we've got classic, traditional, and the band. And so let's go ahead and just jump into some of the presets. That'll be some of the ways that we can kind of experience these, because there's no way we're going to run through 700, but we can kind of get an idea from some of these. Okay, hang on, are you ready? Wow. That's third guitarist, and you can kind of listen to that. Just all those tape saturations. Now you've got this dashboard that gives you a little bit more control over the saturation, and then the delay time. Just learning just this alone is a great challenge. Okay, Fisherman's Song. We'll just run through a couple of these. Well, we might run through more than just a couple. There you go. And so they're using some of the content from like the other parts of the library, but processing them through these massive. And that mod wheel. It just works on those filters there. So you've got those two different sections, the A and the B, and you can drop these down. So right here, you've got the Elder Consordino source, but it's warping and running through. You can get you just get a preview by hitting it right there. Yeah, Albion 1 is definitely something, Darren, that is just so deep. Yeah, it's great. I'm just kind of catching up with the chat, just kind of looking at some of these. So Atlantis. So when you take these sources and run them through all of that processing, and you've got so these are both using sound sources from the elders. so it takes those organic samples and strings and turns them into some completely different things. So this is bell and pad, and so this is using some of those nursery. Well, no, okay. So this is like a Juno, some Juno synths. So they've got all kinds of synthesizers too, like Junos, and you'll have to look at watch some of those run-throughs on the cassette orchestra. There's so much detail that goes into these. So you've got those really interesting analog bells and pad stacks. And you have this oscillation mixer. Let's see, yeah. So it'll blend between the two. It's kind of like a Cylon type of thing. Okay. Breakthrough. And I'm just kind of picking things out as kind of grabs my attention. Yeah, so this is using something from the Callers. Okay. Yeah, just some very fat. Just a lot of very fat stacks of synths and modules. Yeah. Okay, man. Yeah, look at this. You could look at this. You could just literally spend so much time. And that's a lot of the time is that you've got to learn. A lot of times we get libraries and then we don't learn them fully. And it's a shame because there's a lot of things. I think sometimes if you limit the libraries that you use, you learn more about a particular library. You'll find that you'll be able to pull out a lot more than what you think. It's just really cool. Pulse in the Machine. And he's also got some sources from his Schimmel upright too in here. And I'm going to see if I can find some of those because I like the pianos. So you've got the gate sequencer involved with a lot of this. And then you can invert. Yeah, so like, let's see what we can just kind of mess around with. Just do every other one. Yeah, and you can hear how that. Let's see. And it's evolving still. And you just hear how fat that is. That's so fat. Okay. Piano with long pad. And let's just take a listen. Okay, so yeah, so in Sound Source B, we have the upright, and the pad kind of sneaks up behind it. Let me see what I've got here. Let me see what I can do, because I can hear something wants to happen here. I'm going to see, we've got the nursery. So just layering that with the nursery. So I can imagine what this library would sound like unified, because to be able to stack those elements on top of each other like that. And then how that pad sneaks up behind. So the way I did that, was, having two instances loaded, and I just kind of linked the, those. Let's see. Yeah. So I just linked those two tracks together. So I had the main cassette orchestra here, and then just kind of linked the two. So it just passes it through there. Just a little trick there. Okay, let's just take a look at some more of these cassette orchestra presets. Yeah. Shadows. And there's all sorts of things. There's some vocals that are in there. Yeah, I have a problem. Rolf, less is more. Absolutely. Sometimes I have to kind of I can have to put a hand behind my back sometimes because I want to dig in with both hands. Okay, I still have the nursery kind of kicking in. Here, make sure that's turned off. So we've got some upright. Yeah, this is kind of like the upright hysteresis. Very dirty. Yeah, see. And you've got these modulation sources, the wobbles. It's just taking you through all kinds of really wild things. So this is a simple EP, electric piano and pad. Okay, nice roads there. And those pads underneath kind of just make it nice and rich. Wow. And then here it goes. It just kind of evolves and comes up and kind of surprises you with something new. Okay, so let's just see what we've got. Yeah, VHS piano. So, some of the guitar pedals and processing, really, it's just so much. And, over 2 years of working on this thing to, construct. So they've got these Lyra synths. And again, how it just kind of grows over time. And the upright, it says VHS next to it, and that's kind of like the pedal. Now listen to that, it just kind of sneaks up on you. Like a VHS tape, like recorded to VHS. I am still here. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Listen, some of these sounds in this library would be perfect for that short film that you guys are working on, That Which Remains, Chris. Just some really, really interesting. Okay. Where the 80s? Were the 80s really that scary? Okay, so some of the names they come up with are really interesting. So that's what the name of this is. Were the 80s really that scary? Well, Matthew, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Wow. Wow. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's just check a couple more. Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at these. You know how sometimes the they'll have a Facebook post or something that'll say the first words that you see, the first 3 words. That's what happens. I'll open up the preset and a word will jump out. This is vertigo. Okay. Now you hear that, I hear that swimming around there. So it's like it's ping-ponging and yeah. Yeah, but just holding down that, and then you all of a sudden hear it come alive. I think, Rolf, I think that is exactly the point of Albion. The Albion concept is to give you a library. Okay, so it's like a library container. So the library, each Albion contains like, there's a different approach, a different type of style, and each Albion contains a different DNA, a different personality. It's just interesting. And each of them have, all the components that you need to be able to, just with one library, you have rhythm sections, string sections, some brass. And so that is exactly right. Okay. Let's see. This is called War Hits. Oh, yeah. So this is actually using the solo bass. The Bartok pizzicato and the Colleg notes, and they've just really. Okay, now the modulation wheel. So that modulation wheel is assigned to this mixer. You can automate that, or you can do that. Hey. Good to see you. Is it Jayon71? Thank you so much. It's really cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, think about this. This is the thing. This again, I'm going to go back to this because somebody mentioned Vangelis Halvard, and it's like racks and racks of synthesizers, Yamaha CS80s, massive modules. It's just incredible that they were roomfuls. Okay, I'm sitting in this very, very nice and cozy studio, but yet I have the equivalent to all of this stuff just sitting right in front of me. And so back in the day, and to just appreciate that opportunity to hear these amazing sounds. I will see. Yeah, let's see. Okay, man. Oh, Jan Hammer. Was Jan Hammer that dark? Okay, so I bet you we've got some. Okay, let's just see. And it's kind of like all these cool Easter eggs that they. Oh man, the Fairlight, man. Yeah, Daniela, that was groundbreaking for sure. Okay, let's see here. Man, yeah, that gets just so crazy. Yeah. Okay. So like, yeah, Daniela, just thinking like the Fairlight, just introducing the sequencers with the light pen and drawing the wavetables, and I mean, it is incredible. And it is just like sometimes we've got to go back. What they say is new is really sometimes not very new. It's just different, and that's really cool. Okay. Timid Troubadour. Thanks, guys, for sticking around. And okay, so this is like the blot from the Blaggards, like the accordions of the harmoniums. Yeah, taking all of these sources and just really taking them to different places. So this is Ultra Simple Pad. That sounds really nice. Just really rich when you process them through some really cool analog filters and things. Okay, man. And then I probably should have saved some of these as favorite snapshots, but we're having fun. Shimmers. Oh, okay. Yeah, you never know. Okay. Wow. Just the different modulation things going on. Just the different things going on. Shadow choir, and yeah, we could spend several hours just going through these. Okay, so like the hosts are like the vocals, and they're using some of those sound sources. Really cool, mysterious things going on there. Okay, wow. Reverie. 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 So this is using the nursery. Let's go to the key of D. Delays and modulation. just a lot going on here. It's amazing. Okay, so we are getting kind of lost in the woods here, which is fun. Okay, so let's just check out the gate. So it uses this gate sequencer, and you can just use it with different tempos and it playing the different cells. It's kind of cool. So while we're here, let's just take a look at the drone grid, and then we'll kind of start wrapping things up here. But the drone grid, man, it is just like another rabbit hole you can fall down, because it's almost like, you sank my battleship, because you have so many different sources, and then the note centers that you can just combine these, mix and match these. And I'm just going to just play the initial one that comes up here. And again, you just got to let it, okay, hold on. You just got to let it ride. And I think that's what a lot of these just are meant to hold down, just for those long sustaining things. And then what is really neat is that you've got the dice, and let's roll the dice. And we can randomize. Oh, wow, cool. So you can randomize with everything. You can randomize with just the elders, or let's just randomize with the hurdy-gurdy. And, okay, so where is it? Where's the dice? Okay. Oh, okay. Now let's randomize with all. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah. So these are meant to just hold down and let them just kind of drones and pads types of things underneath. And there's so many combinations to these. Yeah, see, look at that. So you've got all of the different sections. The hurdy-gurdy. My Swedish is not very good. So randomize all, and then you can kind of see how more of these are populated here. Now you can kind of hear some things going on. Yeah, the thing is, if you are in actively composing, because it is an investment, and then they just keep evolving. So just the callers and the mystics. So what happens is the different Evo grids represent the different parts of the orchestra here. So you'll notice that we just did just the mystics, the callers and mystics right here. So that's all that it populated. And if you find something that you like, make sure you save it as a snapshot. Let's go down here. Just some very, very interesting things. And let's go to the band, and right here. And we're going to see. it's like you hit a key, you don't know what's going to come up. You don't know what you're going to hear. Wow. That's interesting. So I would encourage you to go back and make sure that you watch those walkthroughs. And you know what? I think our journey is nearing its end. Man, we're going back to the gut circle. Okay, that's interesting. Because I still have the cassette orchestra kind of engaged too. That's the thing. You can get something and just layer it on top of each other. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So, again, this is Simeon Ambergy from PraiseTracks.com. And it's been, yeah, I didn't know what to expect. It's a happy little scary thing. Oh yeah, you know. Okay, let's see what we can do. This is just what this is what it is. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I just got to do this. You know, that's what I was thinking of earlier. And let's just see what happens here. And thank you guys for subscribing and supporting. I just couldn't do what I'm doing without your support, and I so appreciate it. Thanks again to Spitfire for just allowing me to experience this library with you guys. And all the links are going to be down in the description below. Just when you can layer things and create. Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart. Not be all else to me save that thou art. Thou my best thought, by day or by night. Be thou my vision, waking or sleeping, thy presence my light. Be thou my wisdom, and thou my true word. I ever with thee, and thou with me, Lord. Thou my great Father, and I thy true Son. Thou in me dwelling, and I with thee one. Riches I need not, nor fame empty praise. Thou mine inheritance, now and always. thou and thou only, first in my heart. High King of heaven, my treasure thou art. Yes. We need vision. We need his vision to help us see through the craziness and the darkness sometimes. Okay, there's one more verse I see. High King of heaven, my victory won, may I reach heaven's joy, O bright heaven's sun. Heart of my own heart, whatever befall, still be my vision, O ruler of all. Heart of my own heart, whatever befall, still be my vision, O ruler of all. Well, yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, I've got that little cassette orchestra in there kind of going, but isn't that beautiful? Yeah, so we've come to the end of our journey, and adventures, oh boy, we've had some. It's the new library from Spitfire Solstice. It's just another Albion. It's really cool. It's very cool. It's very cool to share. And you know, that's what my dad would do. And I guess that's where I get it from. Wow, thanks, Daniela. Thank you so much for that. You know, I get this from my dad. My dad was, I guess extemporaneous. And so he would call my mother and just sing these random songs on the answering machine, and just so beautiful. And I just love, we just freestyle, you just go with it. So beautiful. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, man. You know, we didn't know if we were going to make this journey today, but I'm telling you what, I'm glad we did. I'm glad we persevered. Sometimes you've got to just persevere to push through a little bit. And I'm so glad, because there's great reward when you do. And you guys were a part of that. And thank you so much. Daniela, thank you so much for your generosity, your kindness. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes. Now this is the tale of our castaways. We're here for a long, long time. We'll have to make the best of things. It's an uphill climb. So join me next time I stream. I'll do my very best to present the libraries tastefully. You know I'll always do my best. Okay, I'm pushing it, I know. But thanks so much for watching and for joining me. And thank you guys so much. And I will see you next time. Lots of things happening. And make sure you check out all the descriptions and the links below. Check all the links in the description below. And check out the walkthrough videos. There's tons of them. Spitfire has done so much. Home and Christian and Paul, they've all brought some more beauty out of this and gotten a little more under the hood. I just love taking these journeys with you guys. So until next time, I'll see you real soon. Thanks again for joining me. See you again.